Well, guys, I want to close out this show with a segment that, again, it's not my favorite segment, but it is a segment where we get to learn about someone who's unfortunately passed away, but we get to celebrate their long, illustrious life in baseball. So let's definitely celebrate Joe Pepitone, who just died yesterday. Kevin, am I correct?
I believe
on that?
It was yesterday. Yes. Yeah, I believe. Yeah. It was yesterday.
So the Cubs. Actually, let me go through his. So he played with the New York Yankees from 62 to 69, the Astros in 1970, the Chicago Cubs from 70 to 73. He actually played on the Atlanta Braves in 73. And there's another team he played for in 73.
Oh, yes.
I will actually make mention of his 73, but I actually wanted to show basically one reason why he is definitely remembered, and it's his hair. He definitely had some amazing hair of the time, known for his and again, I'm not sure. I'm sure the one on the left is real. I'm sure the one in the middle is real. I'm not too sure about the one on the right.
No, I
think he's in witness protection.
Yeah,
sorry.
He just stepped off the motorcycle. That's
exactly
his helmet, dude.
Just
he
like Kevin's hair,
right?
Just like Kevin's hair for sure.
Oh yeah.
But okay, so he actually played in 1973 for the Yakult Adams, and there's actually a fun story that actually came about of it. So the Cubs traded for Joe Pepitone to the Atlanta Braves for Andre Thornton and cash considerations on May 19th, 1973. He played in only 3 games after announced his intention to retire. He then announced his intention to continue his career in Japan. In June of 1973, Pepitone accepted an offer for $70,000 to play for the Yakult Adams in the Nippon Professional League's Central League.
Mm-hmm.
In July, he returned to the United States. Okay.
Wait, what?
So let's go back to
up there.
Let's go back to what happened in Japan. Well, he hit 163 with 1 home run and 2 RBIs in 14 games played. Pepitone spent his days in Japan skipping games for claimed injuries, only to be. But it was turned out he was going to discos. And behaviors.
Dude, good brother was rocking in Roppongi.
Yes. And so,
dude, I knew I could spot a worker a million miles away. Brother was in Roppongi, son.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And he actually got the Japanese nickname Manuke, which is a word meaning goof off.
How have they not put out a jersey in that the Yakult font, but it says Manuke? Like what?
So good. So Kevin, did you have anything that you?
My goodness, how am I supposed to top that? So let me tell you what. I have a couple little notes here. So you already could see he's at Manuke. Is that what you said it was?
Yeah, Manuke, yeah.
Manuke. So this is definitely part of his past. He'd been in Manuke. Now picture this: 10 years earlier, he is coming up with the Yankees, Cowboy Jack, the biggest team in pro sports, the biggest city in the world, New York City. So yeah, he was living it up, brother, to say the least. Into which he actually ended up getting in trouble. You know, at least I can find my note here. Of course, I can't find my notes. So in 62, he ended up getting sent to the minors because one night he tried to outsmart his manager named Ralph Hook. So during a June road trip, Pepitone readied himself to skedaddle. I love this. I read this somewhere. Get back to his room at 1:30 a.m. when Hawk and Yankees GM Roy Haney came out of the elevator as Pepitone headed in. He said, "Oh, I'm looking for Phil Linz, who was his roommate." And so, of course, they found Linz in bed there since midnight and getting sent to the minor leagues.
Wow.
So apparently he was already known for being a city slicker, if you will, a good man just going out there and getting it. So let me tell you about his haircut too. So, he had that crazy curly hair. So once in the minor leagues, It got shorn. Not voluntarily. He refused a mandate to get a haircut in the minor leagues. So the manager of this minor league team literally took matters in his own hands and clippers to ensure that Pepitone got the shorter locks.
Wow.
How about that? That actually happened to him.
Wow.
The fun thing I found out of him growing up, he actually played on the Nathan's Hot Dog semi-pro team when he was in high school. How about that? And let me see. So, Jack, let me tell you about the end of his life, because we're saying, it looks like this guy lived a great life. Unfortunately, including he was actually the first player known to bring a hairdryer to his locker. There you go. There's some fun facts. You got to take care of that great mane of hair. But all that fun and shenanigans, Cowboy Jack, that can come at a cost, right?
Dude, trust me.
All right, So, he had some, things happen in his life. Maybe a drug possession charge here and there, and
whoops.
He had a bar and a hair salon with his name on it, mind you.
Wow.
During his career, both of those went down. Now, apparently, some drugs being dealt at the bar. It's kayfabe, right?
Let's not give him a hard time about a drug possession charge. I mean, let he without sin cast the first stone. We all got a few drug
marriages, 5 kids, relationship with these kids, But Jack, I'm in this on a good note. He found his way through life through therapy. Back when he was playing, mental health had been something like mocked upon, and so he finally realized, what? At the quote, he said, "I began seeing a psychiatrist and I learned that I'm bipolar. Then I rebuilt my relationships with my family. I'm closer to my second and third wife and 3 of my children. I'm in a long-term relationship of 12 years. This is as of 2018. So, this is a few years ago. With a wonderful woman named Irene Thomas. So, you know what? He's been sober since 2000, and he made himself a better man through bettering himself through mental health and through therapy. So, glad it looked like he had a good end stretch of his life. And Jack, I know you are definitely an advocate for taking care of yourself mentally. So let's give a rest and power cheers to Mr. Joe Pepitone.
Definitely. Thank you.
And with that, Jack, we might have to do a hazy history on this guy.
Dude, I'm saying we're doing we got to do a 1 hour Clash of Champions on this, brother. This is this is what we're doing after Marge shot. I mean, that's it.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, definitely. And I wanted to end on this note because Joe Pepitone was actually a part of pop culture that you may not be aware of, but you're going to find out right now.
The camp ended a few days early.
Why?
Well, there was an incident.
What happened?
I punched Mickey Mantle in the mouth.
What?
Yeah, I punched him, and they took him to the hospital, and then they canceled the rest of the week.
You punched who in the mouth?
Mickey Mantle.
What happened?
Well, we were playing a game, and, I was pitching, and I was really, throwing some smoke. And Joe Pepitone, he was up, and man, that guy, he was crowding the plate.
Wow, Joe Pepitone.
Yeah, well, Joe Pepitone or not, I own the inside of that plate. So, I throw one, inside, a little chin music, right on his pants. Because I got to intimidate, when I'm on the mound. Well, the next pitch, he's right back in the same place. So I had to plunk him.
You plunked him?
Oh, yeah. Well, he throws down his bat. He comes racing up to the mound. Next thing, both benches are cleared, A brouhaha breaks out between the guys in the camp, and the old Yankee players. And as I'm trying to get Moose Scaron off of one of my teammates, somebody pulls me from behind, and I turned around and I popped him. I looked down and, whoa, man, it's Mickey. I punched his lights out. Then Hank Bauer, he's screaming, Mickey, what have you done with Mickey? You killed Mickey.
So what'd you do?
Well, I got the hell out of there. Well, I just came back from Mickey Mantle's restaurant.
How could you go in there?
Well, I had to. I had to apologize. I mean, I punched Mickey Mantle, my idol. It was eating me up inside.
Well, what happened?
I got down on my knees and I went, go ahead, Mickey, hit me. I'm begging you, Mickey, please, hit me. Come on, hit me. I love you, Mickey, I love you.
So what'd he do?
Well, the 4 of them, they picked me up by my pants and they threw me outside right into a horse.
Wow.
Wow.
Joey Pepitone, dude. Wow.
So good.
Look at that, man. That is 60s right there. Man.
This is the 60s right here.
Oh, yeah.
That is
Oh,
not,
I know.
that is not Liam or Noel Gallagher. That is the 60s.
Michael, you are my Wonderwall. Well done.
Nice.
I'm a rock and roll star. Cheers to rest in power to Joe Pepitone. Thank you so much.